Things may come to those who wait, but only things left by those who hustle. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, an American lawyer and statesman who became the 16th President of the United States in 1861 before his assassination in 1865. In a world of approximately 8 billion people, everyone is in the pursuit for a better life, better finances, better friends, better family, better health, and everything that is for the good of human welfare. However, what we need to ask ourselves is, why is it that amidst all these desires, some of us are still not getting it? What do we need to do? What are we doing wrong? Where did the rain start beating us? We need to trace that and fix it. For information, everyone wants good things, but how many are ready to make that move? How many are ready to pay the price? How many are ready to do whatever it takes to ensure that they get that good life for themselves, for their people, and for their families? More people. Only the upper little percent, less than 20% of the people are willing to put in 100% effort to be better themselves and to rightfully achieve what they intend. And this breeds our conversation today, the go-getter mentality. We do not want to be the people who wait, because we'll always get leftovers. When I was a little boy, the month of July and August, they were harvesting months. We could go to the farm very early in the morning and start the harvesting process. We could invite people to work with us, to assist us in the process. Around midday, 1 p.m. we're done. We now start to ferry the maize, mainly it was maize. We start to ferry the maize going home. Then in the mid-afternoons, another set of people would come to the same farm, gleaning through in a process of collecting the remainders. It is not that they could not get anything. They could get something, but leftovers. Sometimes we could intentionally leave some good maize for them because we knew the gleaning team will finally come. That is how life is today. There are people who get into the farm early in the morning for the harvesting season, and then there's a lot who come up later for the gleaning process. Yeah, everyone will take something home, but the difference will be there. One will be prime products and the other will take home leftovers. What I want to ask you, in which category of these two are you want to be? Every day in life is a planting and harvesting time. What we're reaping today is a product of the actions and the thoughts that we've had in the past. What we're going to harvest tomorrow, thus tomorrow's outcomes, are largely dictated by our actions, our decisions today. If we expect better outcomes, we must make better decisions. But if we're not going to make better decisions, then an outcome will come. Even if it is not what we intended, we will get an outcome. It is not right for us to live life on autopilot. We have to be decisive. We have to be purposeful with the way that we are living our lives. Although I do not agree with Darwinian Darwin's revolutionary theory there is something we can learn from it, and that is survival for the fittest. If we're not ready to compete and pay the price, then we are going to be the set of organisms that the ecosystem is going to get rid of. We are going to be the set of people whom success and everyone doing their thing is going to triumph over. I believe that's not the kind of life that we all want to live. And even when it comes to mate selection in the animal world, and even in a human world, every mammal has the natural instinct to always try and pick a mate who will ensure that they have offsprings with the best genes. Ask yourself today, are you doing what you're supposed to do? And are you doing it in the right way? Think about competition. In every race, there are winners, there are losers. When a race starts, everyone on the starting line starts with the mindset that they're going to make it successfully to the finishing line. But a few kilometers into the race, the weak ones start to drop. And even those who make it to the finishing line, not everyone takes the first position. There will always be someone first and someone second. And there's some, even though they do not make it to the first, second, or third place, so long as they make it to the finishing line, that will give them enough contentment. And this brings us to today's conversation. Are we go-getters, or we are waiters? If we aspire to be go-getters, then maybe we can transform our lives and transform the lives of people who surround us. But who is a go-getter, and how do we become go-getters? For the purpose of this conversation, I adapted the IQ matrix of a go-getter, and this is what they say. It's a passionate, resourceful, perceptive, dependable, and self-driven individual. What kind of individual are you? Are you self-driven? Are you perceptible? Are you dependable? Are you resourceful? Are you passionate about what you're doing? Here are a few tips that can help us to get our game up and become smart at being go-getters. The first thing, always show up. Days will never be the same. There will be a rainy day, there will be a sunny day. There will be a calm day, there will be a stormy day. Even when you're crossing in the waters, sometimes the waters are still. Sometimes the waters are turbulent. But that does not stop sailors from going after their destiny. Sometimes you'll wake up exhausted. Sometimes you'll be energetic. Sometimes you'll have joy and happiness. And sometimes you'll be sad. And even for business people, sometimes you'll make profit. Another day you'll make losses. Profit or losses do not define our destiny. We can always do better. So no matter what, always show up. Showing up is doing half the job. The rest will fall into place. But we have some people, some of us, who are not ready to show up. We just want things to happen within our comfort zones. If we do so, then the law of survival for the fittest will slowly but surely catch up with us. Let us always show up. We must work with long-term goals. Long-term goals broken down into short-term goals. If you have no goal to live, then you have no purpose being here. Your long-term goals, when you know you have something you're working on, when you know you have something you're pursuing, even when you have the low energy, it will remind you in the morning. When you want to get your business up, when you want to tend to your farm, you want to build new skills, you want to take your career to the next level. Even when the morale is down, when you have your goal intact, broken down into small other goals, then you will rise to the occasion. But if you have nothing, no plan, then you will keep on complaining about life. We must have goals. It's unfortunate that most people don't. But if indeed we want to be go-getters and want to make a difference in our lives and then in the lives of other people in the society, then we must clearly define our goals. Do what you love and love what you do. And I want to be clear. I'm not talking about the kind of love motivated by feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions, no logic. I'm talking about what you like driven by logic purpose in your mind. Something you have conceptualized and something that even when you are bored, you can still get up and do it. Most of us are stuck in toxic pursuits because we think we don't have options. And that is going to be a source of misery today and in the days to come. And we're going to blame everyone and everybody else apart from ourselves. We must make a calculated move. If you think your environment is toxic, if you think what you're doing should not be part of your life goals, your life plans, then right now, today, is the moment for you to start building something in your mind, to start building an option in your mind and ruthlessly go about it, pursue it, and make it happen. Do not always wait for approvals. Sometimes people may not understand what you're about to do. And if you're waiting for their approval, then they're going to disappoint you. Your resolutions, your goals, how you want your life to be is very unique from what somebody else wants their life to be. So if you're going to compare your life and think that their formula will work for you, you are going to be disappointed. I think we don't want to live a life that is capitalized on disappointments. Make up your own mind. Do not always be quick to seek for approval. If you seek for approval, if you seek for approval for everything, that is, it means you're narrowing, reducing your mind to somebody's thoughts. God has given us unique minds. Each one of us racing, traveling on our own unique paths. Pursue your path. That is where you belong. Keep the optimism high. Keep the spirit high. Keep the motivation high. Yes, you heard that right. Optimism. In optimism, there is hope. When you're hopeful, even if something may not seem to work out at the moment, you know that tomorrow is another day. Even if it is so rainy and stormy today, you sleep, you retire to bed with the hope that tomorrow the sun may shine and things may be bright. Keep the optimism. Always work hard. Always work hard. But how do we work hard? Some things need physical energy. Some things need mental fortitude. And some things just need you to be there for them to happen. Whatever it takes. Know that you have outcomes that you're looking for. If you need to rise up early in the morning, please do. Be an early bird. If you know you need to put in some hours into late night for your things to work, please do exactly that. We must work hard. We must rise up above mediocrity. We have a world of lazy people who are waiting for manna to drop from heaven. If but you make a little effort. If but you give it a little try, it can actually work. Maybe you have an idea that you want to try. Maybe you want to go into farming. Maybe you want to learn the next skill. You have the motivation, you have the thought, the mindset is there, but you are in doubt. We cannot live a life of doubt. if you have the conviction, it's time for you to go ahead and pursue that which your mind has conceived. Have that conversation. Some of us are with friends, some of us are with partners, but we have no idea what's going on in their lives. They have zero idea of what's going on in our lives. And because of this and many other reasons, we live a life that later we come to blame one another. Today, have that conversation. Where is this going? If you're a married person, it is time for you to ask your spouse, girl or dear, where is this going? And then discuss, share what you want to achieve. This way, it will be easier for people to know that I know this person got this going on in their lives. And they'll bring in, if they have the energy and the motivation to keep you going. And even when they see you doing some things that are extraordinary, at least they have an idea, they have a glimpse of where you want to be. When you put in those long hours, they will know that you are up to something. Have that conversation. You are in a business partnership, but you care less about what's going on between you and your colleagues. Have that conversation. Unless you have that conversation, sooner or later, you're going to blame someone. But all blame, as we say, is a waste of time. Continue building your skills. If you can help people solve their problems, they'll be happy to help you get where you want to. And we have a deficit of skills in the world today, of people who can solve real issues, of people who can fix things. Build a skill, build something. Someone needs you to fix their problem. But if you do not have the knowledge, if you do not have the expertise, you're not going to solve any problem. Let us continue learning, perpetual learning, learning and practicing. Do not take a skill blindly. Know where it is going to get you. And specifically, this goes to those people who have completed the colleges and the university education. Your next move must not be always a master's program. Your next move should be, how do you leverage the knowledge you've already acquired? And how do you gain other skills that are going to put you at a position that you can help people and solve their problems? Build your network. People are everything. Life happens, and we always say this on this show. Life happens with and around people. You cannot be a lone ranger and expect things to always go on smooth for you. You need people, they need you. Talk to people. Share ideas with other people. Of course, I'm not saying that you now go and start sharing your business plans and everything you have planned with someone. No. We call it social capital. There is someone who can help you get somewhere. You can always help someone to get somewhere. And as Myles Munroe once said, he's long gone, the Bahamas Faith Ministries. He once said the fact that you were born in this generation is enough evidence that this world and this generation needs something that only you can provide. Do not live a below average kind of life. That is not where we were destined to be. We can do things better. Above all, God first. Yes, God first. He is the giver, the sustainer of life. Of what profit will it be for a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? There's life beyond this world. And when we start to recognize that our lives don't depend on us, but they depend on a higher power, and that is God, then we start to become better people. We gain the motivation and the momentum to start shedding off habits that will compromise our relationships with God. And even when success comes our way and we have the God factor in us, then we are not going to use our success to take advantage of other people. That is it. The time is now. We can be better. Whatever is going on in your life, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're planning, let us be on course. We can be better. Everyone can be better. Nobody is destined for doom. We are all destined for greatness. Greatness in service to humanity and service to God. As we usually say it, until next time, peace. We are gone.